The ice is shifting beneath our skates. Habs fans, a seismic tremor has ripped through the bedrock of our beloved Canadiens, leaving behind a landscape utterly transformed. This isn't just an off-season. It's a nuclear summer, a high-stakes gamble by General Manager Marc Bergevin that will either forge a new dynasty or send us spiraling into an abyss of what-ifs. The question isn't if things will be different, but how drastically and at what cost will this bold, almost reckless strategy pay off, or will we be left to pick up the pieces of a shattered dream? The roar of the crowd, the flash of the cameras, the weight of expectation, it all comes down to this. The Montreal Canadiens, a franchise steeped in glory, now stand at a crossroads. We've witnessed a trade that has sent shockwaves across the league. A move so audacious it redefines the very identity of our team. Forget what you thought you knew about the Habs. This is a new era, forged in the fires of controversy and fueled by the desperate hunger for a Stanley Cup. Let's not mince words. The departure of PK Subban is a wound that cuts deep, a dynamic, electrifying defenseman, a puck-moving maestro who could turn a defensive zone scramble into an offensive rush in the blink of an eye. His swagger, his undeniable talent, his ability to dictate the pace of play, these were the hallmarks of a Canadiens team that, at its best, was a force to be reckoned with. When Subban was on the ice, the puck possession numbers soared, the offensive zone time increased, and the opposition was constantly on its heels. He was a game changer, a superstar, and his absence leaves a void that feels almost impossible to fill. But in the crucible of this nuclear summer, a new titan has emerged. Shea Weber, a colossus on the blue line, a physical force whose very presence strikes fear into the hearts of opposing forwards. This isn't about finesse. This is about raw power, about a slap shot that can tear through a net, about a defensive game built on intimidation and unwavering resolve. Weber is a leader, a two-time Olympic gold medalist, a player who embodies the grit and determination that has long been a part of Canadiens' DNA. He's here to make life miserable for anyone who dares to challenge our crease, to anchor a power play that has, frankly, been anemic for far too long. The narrative is clear. We've traded a Ferrari for a tank. Subban, the offensive dynamo, the risk-taker, the player who lived on the edge. Weber, the immovable object, the defensive stalwart, the cannon from the point. It's a philosophical shift, a complete reimagining of how the Canadiens will play the game. Bergevin is banking on a more physical, more structured approach, a team that grinds down at opponents and dominates through sheer force of will. But the question looms large. Can Weber, for all his undeniable strengths, truly replace Subban's ability to transition the puck, to ignite the offense from our own end? That's a critical component of modern hockey, and it's a facet of Weber's game that has, in recent years, been less pronounced. This seismic shift isn't limited to the blue line. The departure of Lars Eller, a strong two-way center, and the arrival of Andrew Shaw, a two-time Stanley Cup champion, further underscore this new direction. Eller, a player who could match up against top lines and handle crucial defensive zone faceoffs, has been replaced by a relentless agitator, a player who thrives in the dirty areas, a true pain in the neck for the opposition. Shaw, much like Weber, brings a championship pedigree and a willingness to do whatever it takes to win. He's the kind of player you hate to play against, but love to have on your team. He's a net front presence, a versatile forward who can play anywhere in the lineup, and alongside Brendan Gallagher, he forms a formidable duo of relentless pests. But let's be brutally honest, the biggest addition of this offseason isn't a new face on the ice. It's the return of our undisputed king, Carey Price. Last season was a stark, painful reminder of his irreplaceable value. When Price went down, the team, which was leading the league, plummeted faster than a puck on a broken stick. The Stanley Cup playoffs became a distant dream, a cruel mirage in the desert of our despair. Weber and Shaw are here to prevent such a collapse from happening again, to provide leadership and stability. But let's not kid ourselves. If Price stays healthy, if he returns to his Vezina-winning Olympic gold medalist form, then much of the pressure on these new acquisitions diminishes. He is the backbone, the heart, the very soul of this team. Without him, the best laid plans of any GM can crumble. So, what does this new-look Canadiens team truly look like? It's a team built on power, on physicality, on a relentless drive to win. Weber's cannon from the point promises to revitalize a power play that has been a laughingstock for 2 seasons, languishing at 25th in the league. His imposing 6'4", 236-pound frame will make opposing forwards think twice before even glancing at Price's crease. But the lingering question remains: how will he perform without Roman Josi, his longtime defensive partner, a top-tier skating defenseman who covered a lot of ground? Andrei Markov, a capable puck mover, is still here, but at 38, can he truly be the ideal partner for Weber, or will the burden of carrying the defensive load fall squarely on Weber's broad shoulders? Then there's the wild card, Alexander Radulov. Bergevin has been chasing a top 6 right wing for 3 seasons, and he's finally landed one, albeit on a 1-year deal. Radulov's KHL numbers are eye-popping, but his previous NHL stint was marred by behavioral issues. If he can channel his immense talent and focus solely on hockey, he could be the steal of free agency, a legitimate offensive threat who can finally provide some much-needed scoring punch. But it's a big if a gamble could either pay off handsomely or blow up in our faces. The departures are equally significant. Subban, as we've discussed, leaves a gaping hole in our offensive transition game. When he was out last season, the team scoring dried up, a clear indicator of his profound impact. Eller, while not a prolific scorer, was a crucial two-way player, a defensive conscience who could shut down opposing top lines. Bergevin believes Philip Danault, a player he scouted and acquired, can step into that role. It's a vote of confidence, but Danault has big skates to fill. Looking to the future, we see glimmers of hope. Michael McCarron, a towering 6'6" center, could finally provide the physical presence in the middle of the ice that the Canadiens have lacked for years. His AHL numbers are impressive, and he's knocking on the door of the NHL. Charles Hudon, a speedy and smart winger, has also been tearing up the AHL, proving he's ready for the next level. The logjam of fourth-line players is concerned, but injuries, as we know all too well, can quickly open up opportunities. But despite these additions and promising prospects, the Achilles heel of this team remains proven goal scorers. Even with Radulov, there's a distinct lack of offensive depth. Alex Galchenyuk and Brendan Gallagher are talented, and their numbers could improve, but a significant injury to either of them or to Radulov could be catastrophic. We're still relying on unproven players to fill top 6 roles, and that's a dangerous game to play in a league as competitive as the NHL. This is a team in flux, a team that has undergone a radical transformation. Bergevin has pushed all his chips to the center of the table, betting on a new identity, a new brand of hockey. He's traded flash for grit, offense for defense, and dynamic personality for a stoic leader. The question that will haunt us, that will define this season, is whether this calculated risk will lead to glory or to ruin. So, Habs Nation, I ask you, has Marc Bergevin truly built a contender, or has he merely shuffled the deck chairs on the Titanic? Is this a stroke of genius, a bold vision for future, or a desperate gamble that will leave us with nothing but regret? Let the debates rage, let the passion ignite, because one thing is certain: this season will be a roller coaster, a testament to the enduring spirit of the Montreal Canadiens. Don't miss a single moment of this unfolding drama. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join the conversation. Your passion, your insights, your unwavering support, that's what makes being a Habs fan truly special. Let's ride this wave together through every triumph and every challenge, because we are the Canadiens and we bleed blue blanc, et rouge.